consultant around.
He's also the man that negotiated the non-aggression pact with the Dominion.
Since you're familiar with him, I'll skip the rest of his biography. What's important is that he continues to be one of the most ardently pro-Dominion voices in the Senate. If we can convince him that the Dominion is a threat, the rest of the Senate will follow.
All right. How?
10 days from now, Senator Vreenek will be making a trip to Saqqara for a diplomatic meeting with Wei Yun. I am certain that he can be persuaded to make a secret detour to DS9 if he were invited by one Captain Benjamin Sisko.
How do you know he'll be visiting Saqqara?
There are some things I'd rather not discuss. May I continue?
Please.
When Senator Vreenek arrives, you will show him a holographic recording of a secret meeting held at the highest level of the Dominion in which the planned invasion of Romulus is being discussed. You will tell the senator that this information was obtained through various covert means at great cost to the Federation. At least 10 good men lost their lives bringing it across the line, that sort of thing. He will immediately suspect it's a forgery, but you will assure him that such a thing would be impossible. You see, Senator, this is an official Cardassian transcript. It was recorded on a one-time optolithic data rod used for official record-keeping. These rods are manufactured only as needed on Cardassia Prime. Information can only be transcribed on them once, and then cannot be altered.
He'll want to examine it.
Of course. And he will discover, to his amazement, that it is completely genuine. At least, so it will appear.
But in reality?
You will have handed him a genuine optolithic data rod, but it will contain one of the most perfect forgeries ever fashioned. I'm still working on obtaining the data rod, but I have found the man who will create the holo recording.
You realize I can't authorize a thing like this on my own. I have to clear it with Starfleet Command.
Of course. But I suspect that with the fall of Beta Z, they'll be ready to do whatever it takes to bring the Romulans into the war.
I'll let you know.
One last thing, Captain. The man we need to forge this holoprogram is currently sitting in a Klingon prison awaiting execution. To save time and, incidentally, his life, I thought that perhaps you could contact Chancellor Gowron today and arrange a pardon.
What's his name?
Graython Tolar.
I cannot tell you how grateful I am, Captain. The Klingons were going to execute me tomorrow. Of course, they say that every day. It's one of the little games they like to play.
You do understand the terms of your parole?
Oh, yes. I have to promise to stay away from the Klingon Empire. That'll be tough. And I have to create some kind of a special holo program for you. Well, I can hardly wait. I've never worked for Starfleet before.
Let's be very clear about this. You're not working for Starfleet. This entire matter is off the record. As far as you're concerned, you're working for me.
Oh, a personal matter. Something special for your eyes only. Something with perhaps 5 or 6 Orion slave girls and
Mr. Tolar, I suggest you go and wait in your quarters. Mr. Garrick will provide you with all the information you need.
Garrick is here?
That's right.
Oh. Well, that's different. I'll wait in my quarters.
Why I didn't listen to the voice in the back of my mind telling me not to believe a word he said, I'll never know. But it didn't take long for me to come face to face with the fact that I'd made a mistake.
Order to the captain.
Go ahead, Constable.
I'm sorry to disturb you, but do you know a man named Graython Tolar?
Yes, why do you ask?
Because he just tried to kill Quark.
Still, Quark, you'll be fine.
What happened?
As I understand it, Mr. Tolar over there came in about 2 hours ago, ordered a bottle of Whalen bitters. 15 minutes later, he ordered the second bottle, and then a third. Halfway through his fourth bottle, he decided to dance with Impella, she was otherwise engaged, running the Davo wheel, declined his invitation. He decided to force the issue. A brief struggle ensued, and Quark, in an uncharacteristic display of chivalry, attempted to intervene. So Tolar stabbed him. Normally, he'd be sitting in a holding cell, but he claims he's a friend of yours.
He's no friend of mine. But he is working for me. It's an extremely sensitive matter concerning Federation security. I can't have any record of him being on station.
I see. I am certainly aware of the need for special security measures during wartime, but as a matter of law, if Quark chooses to press charges against Tolar, I have no choice but to make an arrest.
May I speak to Quark? How is he?
How do I look? I'm a man who just had a brush with death.
He'll be fine. His ribs deflected the knife from his major organs. Bleeding was superficial.
Superficial? You know how much the shirt cost?
Will you excuse us for a moment, Doctor?
I'll check on you tomorrow.
Do you intend to press charges?
You bet I do.
What will it take to convince you otherwise?
Are you offering me a bribe? I knew it. Captain, I've always liked you. I suspected that somewhere deep down in your heart of hearts there was a tiny bit of Ferengi just waiting to get out.
What's your price?
Well, let's start with replacing my clothes and Impella's clothes.
All right.
I'm not finished. I think I should be compensated for the loss of business I suffered today, which I calculate as no less than 5 bars of gold-pressed platinum.
Done.
I'm also having a problem with station security. They're holding some cargo containers which I've been waiting for because of some missing import license or something.
I'll handle it. Anything else?
No. I think we can call it a bribe. And thank you, Captain. Thank you for restoring my faith in the 98th rule of acquisition. Every man has his price.
That was my first moment of real doubt. When I started to wonder, this whole thing. So then I went back to my office. And there was a new casualty list waiting for me. People are dying out there every day. Entire worlds are struggling for their freedom. And here I am, still worrying about the finer points of morality. No, I had to keep my eye on the ball, winning the war, stopping the bloodshed. Those were the priorities. So I pushed on, and every time another doubt appeared before me, I just found another way to shove it aside.
Then mind if I join you?
Be my guest.
Ops, hold it. And the less I'm seen parading through ops, the better.
I couldn't agree more.
You seem angry.
Who's watching Tolar?
I've locked him in his quarters. I've also left him with a distinct impression that if he attempts to force the door open, it may explode.
I hope that's just an impression.
It's best not to dwell on such minutiae. In any case, we have far more important matters to discuss. I've located a gentleman willing to sell us a genuine optolyptic data rod.
How do you know it's genuine?
I trust the source, but rest assured, I will confirm the rod's authenticity before I make payment, which brings me to you.
How much does he want?
I'm afraid he's not interested in latinum. The gentleman in question has requested to be compensated with 200 liters of biomimetic gel.
What?
I don't know why exactly. One would assume it has something to do with genetic experimentation.
Offer him something else.
Believe me, I wouldn't be relaying this request if I thought he'd take something else.
Biomimetic gel is strictly controlled by the Federation and not for sale at any price. Find someone else